So the first step is that you're gonna have to choose one of your two collages to accept that one of these two collages is going to go through a process of deconstruction. And that is not always easy. And that is not always easy to do that in our creative process. Because that means we have to let go of things we like a lot and say goodbye to them so that something new is going to appear. So you will see which one you want to choose. Maybe you want to choose the one you like most or the one you like less, or just bring consciousness into your choice of which of the two collages you're going to be deconstructing. And to deconstruct it, we're going to cut it in pieces. Why? Because what we want is to transform our collage into the base for a scrapbook. So we want to cut our collage into a certain number of pieces that will be double pages for our scrapbook. Scrap. Double pages, very important, not single pages, double pages, because we're going to be binding it in the center so it becomes a book. Okay? There can be many different ways to cut your collage. You see, this is a vertical book that I just did. That's the one I just did now. It could be horizontal, and then this is the size of my double pages. So that's how I've cut my pages. It's coming from a same size piece of paper. Here we have a square one. So the double pages are this size, because when I fold it, it becomes square. So you will have to make a choice on how many pages, how big, how small you're going to make your book. And so you will find your way. For example, I could say, okay, this is going to be the double size, the double pages, and then this will be bind into one book. So I will cut my collage into equal pieces that are going to be the pages, or non-equal. That can be also an aesthetic choice. But I need a base. And to cut, I can use a kitchen knife, I can use a cutter, I can use scissors, I can rip, whatever you decide. Different choice, also different possibility. And then you will have a certain number of double pages on which on one side you will have your collage, and on the other side it will be the back of your collage, with probably either a neutral color or something, because I had somebody who created her collage on a poster that was on the wall. I thought that was a fantastic idea. So maybe you have a back of a poster, whatever you've used, so you have a back. And you are with some pages which already have parts of your collage and others which are more blank. You haven't worked on them yet. So now what you will do is that you're going to be working on your book, and you're going to be covering over different pages. Maybe some changes will occur in the pages of your own collage. Maybe only in the back. Many different things can happen, and for this I would say use the stash of images that you had. You can also use your plain color papers that you had. You can use your tapes. You can also add some colors if you have. Can be cool. That's what I did in some of them. You can use your crayon of any kind that you have. So you can give yourself a little bit of choice. Only stay with the images. I advise you to work on your pages quite some time and only bind the book once you really feel clear of the order and you've worked, you know, the main work is done on your pages, because it's much more easier to work on them when they're not bind together. And then when you are ready for binding, you will need, so this tool is of course great, you might not have, but you might have something similar. You see it's something a pointy thing, because you want to be able to make 2 holes here. 2 holes. You could also use a big needle like this one. Don't know if it can be seen on the camera, probably not. Something pointy that you're going to use in order to do, maybe it's also a tiny little hole, clip in a little cross like this is this, if you don't have anything else. What you want is that the holes, you make 2 holes that are all at the same place in each one of your page, so that the page are gonna fit nicely. You see, so here, here, and then you will thread some kind of string, thread, whatever is available around, and you will thread it through all your pages, and then you will knot it together nice and tight. And that's it, you're gonna have your book. You might want to add some words, either because the words are coming out by themselves as you are cutting, and you know they come out of a magazine, of a newspaper, or maybe because you want to use some of the words that you have already written or that you will write now, because I would advise you to have the same process of harvesting that I have already given you in the 2 experiment. And for me, just to give some inspiration, I've worked with the structure of the haiku. The haiku is this Japanese poem structure. I really like it because it's very surrealist, and what you work with is sentences of 5 syllables and 7 syllables. So you can use this as a structure, as a frame, and using the words that you have harvested, write these short sentences. So I did that after doing my book, and then I printed it with my printer, but I could have written it on some paper. And then I even cut, so I deconstructed my haiku sentences. I had 4 sentences, 5, 7, 5, 7, and I used some of them full, some of them I cut them into shorter words, and I used them in my book. Yeah, it's a way to bring also some poetic dimension with the words into your work. I liked it. Maybe you want to try it too. So that's it for today, and I so much look forward to see your works, and enjoy, have fun, go with the flow of what's happening, and share. It's really nice to share. I've really seen how the conversation helps us see so much more in our own work. Again, opening our eyes, seeing.